Everybody, just stop moving around, stop moving in front of me, just stay behind or around, do not obstruct too much, maybe, alright? Alright, guys, welcome. Today we're gonna be doing VKTZ infantry training. Today we're gonna be covering a couple of different concepts. A lot of the concepts we're going to covering are going to be intermediate to an advanced level. Obviously, we're not gonna go, or we're gonna be making some assumptions, especially regarding how well people actually shoot at the game. However, a lot of the training is going to be focusing mostly on positioning and how to approach different battles, right? The first thing that we're going to be covering is your INI files. Something that is very important is to be able to have the correct settings to. Something that is very important is to have the correct settings so that you are able to have a good frame rate. Obviously, that is not something that everybody is going to be able to experience because everybody has different quality of different computer qualities, right? However, it doesn't mean that you cannot making a, and it doesn't mean that you cannot improve the type of frame you're having right now, which is directly tied to
I've got
the rate
ammo
of
for
fire
you
of stun
here.
gun. So you could say that some of the frame ratio, some of the frame aspects of the game could translate into you doing more damage. And that has been reported by a lot of people in the Panzer community. Regarding whether that is
Get
true or
me a
not,
medic.
we're gonna make sure that you at least get the best possible frames
Take some
for the
ammunition.
game, right? The first thing we're gonna be covering is going to the INI files, the settings. In Planet side, the settings are directly tied to to the quality of the game, how much graphic fidelity you want to experience. Obviously, a lot of people go to ultra high, and it's like, oh, the game looks good. However, that is going to be very taxing on your computer. You're more likely going to have high fidelity, but at the same time, your frame rates are going to be lower than if you were running overall quality very low to low. However, the INI file that we have on Discord is a little bit different. That it actually goes beyond. It actually goes lower than the settings that you can achieve to the user interface. Right now, I have 1150. Just imagine that I can put it all the way to 300, right? And you can still see a lot. You can actually go all the way. You can actually go lower than that, and you might not even be able to see people that are rendering at like or those clouds. You might not even see people that are coming from there, right? So be very mindful that if you don't have a really good computer, to go to Discord. The Discord link to BKTC nice file is on the announcement channel, and it's also on the spreadsheet, not in the PowerPoint presentation that I have attached to today's presentation. Let's talk a little bit about the settings, though. Ideally, you're gonna want to have everything low except for the texture and quality, and that is because the game is actually PC bound rather than CPU bound rather than graphic cards bound. Your bottleneck is mostly going to be your CPU. For the most part, we can actually spend hours talking about the INI settings. Just remember, if you are not using the INI files and you want to make everything low, make sure that the texture quality remains high, because if you make it low, it will be more taxing on your CPU rather than when you are making it high. According to what I have been told, it makes it so that the computations uh, are done on your graphic cards rather than your CPU, right? So you want to distribute the computation load between CPU and GPU. Everything else you want to have like off or turn out, and your render distance is one of the main culprits that give you like the more frames or not. My PC is running at 3080 Ti, so I don't really care too much about this. However, I know that some people are running like lower NPC, a little bit lower NPC. And you want to make sure that if you're just going to be just doing infantry, you don't need more than 600 or even 500. In my case, I do platoon leading, so I need to know when galaxies are dropping from the horizon, so that's why I go a little bit more. We do have the two INI files on Discord, and you can choose whichever word applies to you. Let's see other things that are important. And yeah, you don't want to have shadows, you don't want to have occlusion, you don't want to have bloom, you don't want to have the cinematic view, which is something that some people use, because it just makes it worse, right? It just makes it worse. Anyway, just go. If you don't know how to change your INI files, go on Discord, and we will be able to fix it for you or change it for you. It's as easy as downloading a file, finding the plan design folder, and then copy pasting on top of that, and then getting your mouse sensitivities back in, right? Anyway, we're going to be moving to the other items on today's agenda. All right, the next thing that we're going to be covering today is aiming and positioning. There is a lot of issues that I have found today with VKTZ members. And as you can see how, for example, me doing this, just running around from place to place, yeah, you have to be moving, you want a position, ideally behind cover, right? Here. But something that you have to be mindful of, and especially you for this, you need to look at this at my own point of view, is that whenever I actually come into a building and I'm gonna do it from the bottom, I'm always trying. It doesn't mean that I always do it, but I'm always trying to look up at where the enemy might be. For example, on my own, from my own point of view, whenever I'm starting to breach a building, I kind of like try to, the enemy. We know that there's always enemies on the stairs, right? So instead of just running into the stairs, looking down and then getting headshot, I may just adjust my cursor to where the enemy might be, and I actually pre-aiming. Not pre-aiming, not pre-firing. Pre-aiming and pre-firing are two different things. I will position my cursor so that whenever I get into contact with an enemy, my cursor will be ideally around the head of a person, right? So, for example, usually there's one person right there at the bottom of the screen. There's usually people on the corner here. So something that you want to do, for example, is that, there's somebody over there. Okay, so I will have my cursor as soon as I get out of cover, my cursor will be on top of him, right? And I will be able to shoot. If I know that there's something at the bottom, I will more likely gonna see, like, the person is not gonna be right here on top. It's not gonna be here. It's more likely gonna be on the ground level, right? So when you're coming in, you wanna have your cursor to be right on top of the head of wherever the person might more likely be located. So you wanna just have there. One of the things that you want to do is always move in the direction where the player might be and position your cursor on the direction the player more likely will be as well, right? So if I'm coming up, I'm gonna be positioning my cursor right there because there might be somebody here. Like, and then I'm gonna have cursor right here. I'm not gonna have them on the stairs, I will have them above. Something that is very easy, especially in triple stacks, is that this yellow line that everybody can see, this yellow line is at head level, right? So if you're actually trying to go for the headshots, you can actually pre-place your cursor near the yellow line on the wall, and you will always be at the head level. All right. So the other thing that you want to do is pre-firing, right? Pre-firing is another concept, and it's like it goes a step beyond pre-aiming your cursor. For example, let me go above, and let's get some people at the bottom of close stairs, please. All right, we got one person at the bottom of close stairs. So, okay, Dolphin, stay there. Okay. It doesn't even matter. You are a broken man, and you mine. Yours. And there you go, another layer of referential. The Jamie Lannister's a good guy now. This was 4 seasons ago, supposedly. I don't know, I liked him to begin with. Like when he was goddamn Prince Charming. Either way, you, mine. Now on the bridge. So, for example, finding these goddamn idiots to side with me. If if I were to pre-aim, I would just go there and just do this, right? If I were to pre-shoot, I would just like, oh, I know there's somebody there. I immediately just as soon as I got out of cover, I'm already shooting, and I'm aiming shooting preemptively, right? Something that some people actually are very used to is that when they are around the corners and they know there is somebody here, they just immediately just start spraying. That is like pre-firing. That is something that is very powerful, especially with burst weapons, such as the commissions, right? And that is when you get like some snappy kills, because you know there is somebody there. You don't know where a person is, but you kind of have an idea, and just go in and you start the blast, right? That is one of the things that you want to do. However, I would always recommend you to at least pre-aim.
My thanks.
You don't, if you're pre-firing, if you are very used to doing that. Recoil control is very important. Recoil control is very important.
Here, let me take a look.
Depending on the gun that you're using, some guns you want to shoot 3 to 5 bullets. Some guys you get to shoot more than 5 bullets before the cone of loom is actually crazy. In this case, if I don't control for recoil, my bloom is just gonna go crazy. However, you can actually just tap a little bit, right? You can just actually keep your recoil to the minimum. Another one is that when you ADS, your recoil is actually even lower than that. But even if you ADS, you're gonna see that every weapon has a spray pattern. For example, on this wall, I'm gonna test one without accounting for recoil. It's gonna go up. However, if you know that the pattern of the gun is actually to like keep up, you can always just like shoot down a little bit and just keep shooting at the same location. You know, at the end of the day, guys, I'm just gonna give you a really easy rules of thumb. If you have an LMG, you don't want to shoot more than 3 on 5. You don't want to burst more than 3 to 5. You have a SMG, you can go between 5 to 8. Hit fire. For example, for other weapons like assault rifles, I would just go 3 to 5 as well. 3 bullets, 4 bullets, and then try to just manage your recoil.
Hold still, let me heal you.
Let me heal you.
Before you actually stop shooting, right? It's all about burst. It's all about burst. Don't burst more than 3 to 5. Headshots versus body shots is a really easy concept to understand. If you shoot at people in the head, they're more likely gonna be dying faster. However, if you shoot somebody in the back and somebody shooting in the head, the guy that shooting to the head is gonna be winning. However, this used to be more noticeable in the past with Nano Whip. However, nowadays it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit less of the skill gap is a little bit lower because there is not 20% reduction in bullet damage that Nano Whip used to give. Now it's actually like 100% damage for both. There is no reduction. So yeah, headshot do 2x, but it's no longer around like 2.5x when you compare somebody body shotting versus headshot, right? Okay, now we're gonna go into the actual interesting stuff. Everybody just stay on door 3. We're gonna talk about playing on cover, right? When we're talking about play on cover, it means that instead of you just running out of here, all the way here, and you know, oh, there's somebody there, I'm gonna shoot. You want to see what you have around you to help you, right? If I were to play on cover, let's say that I'm trying to breach from the back of from the sander. I'm gonna try to breach on the sander, and instead of running like this, I would just run. And I know that, for example, I know that we have people on door 3. Instead of just running around and just get killed, I will probably just try to just go up and get behind this tree, try to shoot at people left and right. Guys, please get out of the way. Everybody, whoever is just doing the shooting, just let me do the. Okay. So, all right. So, couple of things that you want to do is one, you want to use cover to shoot at people. So let's say that you shoot somebody and that person retreat, right? Or that gives you an option to either go to this tree or go to this tree, right? Those are important aspects of this. Sometimes, instead of me going straight on the open where people will kill me, I will just try to zigzag a little bit, shuffle, and then try to get out of the enemy fire lane. Right? We know that the enemy is going to. We know that the enemy is going to be trying to pick. So what you can do is that if you come over the way here and you stay here, you're gonna get killed. However, if you come all the way here, you can use some cover to your advantage, right? And this is something that I do. I try to minimize whenever I'm trying to breach. I try to see, where is the enemy? What can I put in between me and the enemy? And make use of that, right? For example, let's say that we're breaching these stairs. Instead of me just coming here, I'll probably try to get here, get on this corner, and start shooting. Why do I want to get in this clear corner? It's because there is something called right angle, and any how the model interacts with damage when you have a cover on your right side is different than when you have cover on your left side. From the right side, your body will clip a little bit into the buildings, which will reduce your hit fire box, and the way your body will actually recoil when they get shot will also be compensated by the cover that the wall to your right side will provide. So you're more likely overall you're more likely going to get less shots landing into you, which will increase your survivability and your chances of winning a 1v1, right? So, however, do not count on right cover all the time, because if you have right cover and the enemy also has a right cover, then neither has an advantage, right? So only do right cover angle or hold if the enemy will not have that to counter you. That doesn't mean that you cannot do it. It just means that if you both are right angling each other, then neither has an advantage, right? And we're talking about how can you get an advantage against somebody. Well, after they get here, and if I know that, for example, I just took some bullets and that person is gonna breach. So, for example, let's say that what is Dolphin? Dolphin, can you go to the bottom of the stairs? Okay. Let's say that Dolphin won, and I lost all my shield, and I landed nothing on Dolphin. I will probably just come here. I will Q spot him, and I will come here. And then Dolphin has two options. Dolphin either comes from the left side, or Dolphin comes from the right side, right? If I Q spot, I will be able to tell. Obviously, right now it will be hard to tell. If I Q spot, I will be able to tell where he's coming from. And the moment Dolphin tries to come in, he's gonna try to run, and this is something that happens all the time. When you're running, you cannot shoot because your cursor is actually big, right? So if I lost the engagement, I cover, and then Dolphin tries to come to me, I will just tap him in the head, right? Like that, and then I would just try to maybe land 2-3 shots and win the engagement to that, right? So, and why is this important? Well, you're not gonna win all the engagements. How you recover between engagements is going to decide whether you win or lose the 1v1, right? Sometimes some people had to jump on you, like Dolphin could have to jump on you. I just come back, and then I know that Dolphin might be coming. I may just pull back and just kill him, or I may just decide to just go around and try to kill him. I will usually try to just hold my position, and I have the chance of having a right angle and the enemy pushing me. I will just try to instead of just slowly picking like this, I'll just go out and just try to burst people, right? Be mindful of what is for you to what is the cover available to you, and then use that to your advantage. Strafing. Strafing is also something that is very important, and it's quite an important practice. When I'm strafing, there is different ways of doing it, right? Strafing when you left and right, yeah, it's like this. Why do you want to do that? Well, you strafe because you want to make sure that the enemy has less chances of hitting your head. When you ADS, your strafing speed gets reduces to 0.5. There is some weapons, like the HP 45, that will maintain 0.75 strafing speed. I believe that the Orion used to have a 0.75 strafing speed. However, that was moved because it was being broken. There is NS15. It's another weapon that has 0.75 ADS strafing speed, and that is good because it actually messes up, the tracking for people. Strafing on ground is important. Is powerful. Strafing on a slope, like Dolphin is doing, is even more powerful because you not only have to track somebody left and right, you have to track somebody up and down, right? So that makes it a little bit harder for somebody to land headshots. Let's see. How do you practice strafing? There is a method to practice strafing. The sun disappeared now. The sun is right there. And it's that if you find an infantry terminal, well, there's not going to be an infantry terminal right now. But let's say that can somebody? Oh, actually, that's an invisible sun. If you find, I'm going to go to an infantry training terminal to demonstrate this, and then we'll come back immediately. How do you practice a little bit of strafing? Oh, okay. The infantry terminal is above. About this distance, guys. About this distance, if you want to practice strafing, you actually ADS on the top right, and then you go left, and you try to track. You try to track that from the top left to the top right, right? You can ADS like that. And this is kind of like to give you a guide. However, things that you want to strafe is that you don't want to strafe too much, because if you keep strafing, then you can be tracked easy. If you strafe too little, then you don't move at all, then you can actually get shot easily, right? So you want to strafe not too much, not too little, so that you can actually keep the enemy guessing. Crouching. Crouching is also important. Something that happens, and you actually combine crouching with strafing. When you're strafing, you sometimes hit like a small crouch. Crouching used to be worse, where crouching actually had like no internal cooldown, in which you can actually repeatedly crouch, and then you could actually while your model move a lot, your cursor didn't move too much, so you could see people like spam crouching. However, there was an update about a year ago where they actually make it a little bit more difficult. They didn't add an internal cooldown, but they add a little bit of delay between crouches, so you cannot spam crouch as much, but it's still doable. The better use of crouch is the unexpected crouch, right? Because sometimes I'm shooting, and then I just crouch and just sit and just shoot at people. You're gonna see that people are gonna be, and this actually works quite well against decent players, because decent players will always go for the head. However, if you crouch, they will miss everything, right? People that are not that great at aiming will mostly use for the body, and if you crouch and somebody is actually hitting your body, then you're gonna be getting hit in the head. So it is something that happens quite often. So I will recommend that if you actually find like a good team, I would just add crouches here and there. If you're fighting pubbies or like an open area, sometimes crouching will work against you. So be mindful of that. Shuffling. All right, let's talk about shuffling now. Everybody, just come to the bottom. I'm gonna just explain shuffling here. So when we're shuffling, you try to go left and right and up and down, kind of like an infinity sign. Let me see if I can actually do it with my mouse, something like this. You can probably see my mouse right now. I kind of try to go left and right and up and down. And shuffling is done for two purposes. One is to survive, and two is to kill. And I'm gonna basically, and both actually kind of go hand by hand. And this is what I mean. Let's say that I get shot and I lose all my shields, right? If I just shuffle into place, and this is like a very kind of like slow shuffle. if I shuffle into place too much like this, I'm not shuffling. I'm just turning on my own axis. You're probably just gonna get killed, right? You want to shuffle. You want to like cover some distance, so that it's a little bit harder for the enemy to attack you, right? Usually, when I shuffle, I always try to go up and down, left to right, right? So I try to shuffle like this. However, I have noticed that sometimes when you shuffle and you give your back to the enemy, it's actually even more effective. And I'm going to tell you why. It's actually counterintuitive, right? But I'm going to demonstrate right now by shooting two people. And let's bring Dolphin. Dolphin, can you come here? In front of me. Okay, so stand in front of me. Stand, face me. If I shoot Dolphin in the head once, his head doesn't recoil too much. It stays there, right? However, Dolphin turn back and look down. Do you see how his head like bubbles down, and I can like land to headshots, right? So that is why. If you are shuffling and looking up and down, and you give your head, and somebody shoots in the back of the back of the head, they're not gonna be able to land too many headshots, right? And you can actually combine the shuffle with a medkit, right? Some people just shuffle and immediately put their medkits. So what you want to do is basically you go left and right, and because I'm giving you my back, I'm more likely going to survive. So it's like I'm gonna try to like shuffle and then jump out and medkit, and then as soon as you are gonna be chasing, I come back and shoot you, right? That is something that you want. That is something important to remember. When you're shuffling, you can shuffle. You can shuffle facing the enemy, and you can shuffle facing the enemy, and then and also try to kill. So you can actually shuffle to survive, shuffle to kill. I'm gonna show you guys the shuffle to kill, and let me actually switch to a better weapon. No, where is a better weapon? But another weapon, right? And this is what I do. Sometimes I'm facing people, and let's get hero. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna stay. Oh, are we getting shot now? Oh, okay. Oh, let's get out. We're gonna go to different base then. Unfortunately, this guy's got attacked. Let's go to Gildars. There we go. Yeah, I don't wanna waste too much time on this. Just repenting them. Somebody will take care of that. Let's go to no platoon. 2 minute break while we reset on Gildar. All right, everybody, come to platoon weapon. And me and Hugh are gonna go down. Hero, stay there. So guys, so let's say that I'm about to face Hero, and let's say that he has a commissioner, right? We know that commissioner has high alpha damage, but it doesn't have a good rate of fire, right? So you can actually go whip in and out, and then trying to dodge some of the bullets, and then try to land a headshot, try to kill people. This is how I've been actually killing a lot of people, especially when breaching them. So I'll actually go left, right, and then kill. Somebody revive him, please. Sorry, here. I actually intended to miss. Okay. So guys, so you want to do, so sometimes I just go left, right, and I don't shuffle up and down to give my back too much because I want to keep track of him, right? So I go left, right, and then just shoot. And that is kind of like an offensive shuffle, and it works really well for when breaching with a shotgun. I'm gonna tell you. Let's say that, guys. Let's say that I will be breaching with a shotgun here. I will just go left, right. Let's say somebody's here. One kill. Another one here. Another kill. Oh, there is some. I'm here, and there is somebody on this door. Sometimes when I'm reaching, it's like, oh, there's something inside. I just go back and then kill, right? So basically, I'm trying to just go in and out, and I always keep my W up, and I rarely strafe. I'm trying to just keep moving forward, right? Um, so yes, we talk about shuffling to survive, shuffling to kill. You can actually do both. You can survive and kill. Let's see. When you're shuffling and everybody go, let's go. Everybody come here on the new platoon weapon. Everybody just go down. This is a very nice slope. It's right here, right there. So let's say so we talk about how the slopes are very important. You can actually go left and right on the slope. You can actually left and right on the slope, and you become harder to track. Or you can even just shuffle on the slope and then kill, right? Shuffling using the slope will make you extremely hard to shoot. Let's put this to test. Let's put this to test. We're gonna have Hero come up. Hero, come here to this corner. We're gonna try to just shuffle and see how long I can survive. Obviously, I know. Oh, okay. Well, it's whatever. Just shoot as much as you can. Just keep shooting. All right. Obviously, I cheated a little bit because I got behind cover. I ran out of medkits, but that's kind of the idea, right? Obviously, the Newton does have an easy way to land shots. But if you're just chuffing and medkitting, you will be able to survive a little bit. And there is something that I didn't do, which was the jump medkit. I kind of like messed it up. But you could actually medkit mid-air while conserving momentum. So you become even harder to kill, right? All right. So let's talk about other things. All right. So we're gonna be running out of time pretty soon. So I'm just gonna try to cover as much as I can. Oh, what is the sander? What's the sander? I'm gonna redeploy it. I need to bring a regular gun. Oh, I see the sander. I see the sander. Okay. All right, guys. Now I'm gonna be actually going into the actual infantry point holding infantry training. This was just a preamble of the tools that you want to use to 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 fight each other, right? Okay, so now we're going to be talking about making use of resources. Whenever I'm fighting, I'm always trying to take a look at what do I have available to me. This is there's a resource because if I'm shooting somebody from this corner, I can actually go straight left and right, and I can kill. I can go down. I can use this as cover, and I can kill. Right? These rails are also resources. Why? For example, if I'm reaching this building, I can just come here and use these rails, and I can just use this. I can shoot to the rail. Very important to use resources. You don't have to be the guy that just goes in and start blasting people. It's very rare that you're gonna see even good players do that. And good players would use everything to their advantage. And right now, you have three people to your advantage: the rails, you have the corner, you even have this slope for head glitching, right? So let's see. Can we actually get like a good head glitch here? Yes. Everybody, go. Can you go down to the very first floor? Just go down. Just go down. All right. So first floor. So you cannot see too much of me. I cannot see too much of you. If I go down, if I go a little bit, you can see my head, right? And I can see almost all of your body, right here. So that is the concept of head glitching, right? The concept of head glitching is to try to give away as little as your body, show and I guess like present as little as your body while aiming at the most of the body of the enemy, right? So if I'm here, instead of me just being right here and just getting shot from anybody, it's gonna be right here. I'm gonna try to head glitch and just kill people one by one, right? I kill one person and go back. I kill another person, I go back. Kill another person, go back, right? Sometimes I will even crouch when people are getting really close. I will just crouch to reduce my hitbox even more, right? That is the concept of head glitching and the concept of using elevation to your advantage. Stop kind of doing like something like this and shooting from the top. Just cut back, just get like a right angle, like get the right cover, or like, and then start shooting from there, right? Q spotting is extremely important. Obviously, I cannot test it here, but on the minimap, you can see a lot of people here. If I Q spot and then I leave, and then I see your body coming to me. Let's see like dolphin. Let's say I Q spot dolphin, and dolphin come up to me from the inside. Ah, dolphin's like it's going inside. So let's say I Q spot dolphin, and dolphin is going to be coming. I will see him come here, and he's here, and I will be able to blast him, right? So go back. So let's say dolphin is coming here. He's coming up. I will just like kill him right there. Oops, sorry. Shit. That was all headshot. One headshot, one miss, two headshots. Something like that. So I will actually do that. So if I know that the enemy is coming, I will just preemptively pull a high alpha damage gun, like commissioner, and like land two headshots, and just blast it. Or even better, a headshot knife, which usually kills without the enemy being able to respond, right? So that is important of Q spotting, is because it gives you kind of like, it wouldn't give you wall hacks, but it gives you an idea of where the enemy might be coming from. And if we know that if we see Dolphin moving on the minimap, we know that he's definitely he's actually moving towards us. We know that he's taking the stairs. So you can Dolphin's height is accounted for, so you can just position your mouse where his head might be and just start blasting him. Now I'm going to be going over the last little bit of concepts, client siding. Well, client siding is going to be next. We're going to go over the different types of picks. Everybody go down, go down. This is not a good way of picking. Let me actually see if I can find a different location to pick. Yeah, maybe off the balconies. Instead, any place. Yeah, I don't want to move to other location. Okay. I found it. This place has some decent building. We're going to the building right here. All right, everybody, stay at the other end. Stay at the other end. I'm gonna be here, right? All right, guys. So we're gonna be talking about different types of picking. The first type of pick is what we consider the slow pick. A slow pick is something where you ADS and you start picking like this. This is the worst kind of pick you can do because by the time my cursor can actually shoot you, you could actually right now I cannot shoot you. You can shoot me. I cannot shoot you. You can shoot me, right? And that is a problem. If you're slow picking like this if you're slow picking and you cannot shoot the enemy and the enemy can shoot you, you already lost the battle. By the time you can shoot the enemy, you already lost your shield. And even if you take down their shields, you already lost your HP and you're dead. So instead of slow picking like this, you want to strafe, like maximum speed strafe, and then you ADS when you get out of the cover. You ADS when you get out of cover. That would allow you to actually have the benefits of ADSing while making it harder for the enemy to track you, right? So this is a slow. This is a slow peak. This is a this. Okay, this is still a slow peak, and this is a fast peak, right? There is a difference in speed there. There is a difference in speed. In speed. There is another one that is called the wide peak. Is that you're not strafing, you're running. So you run and you pick, right? You probably have seen a lot of players do that, and that the wide pick actually is aimed to dealing with people that pre-aim. If somebody is, let's say that somebody's here, and I know that somebody's hiding behind these boxes, I would probably just try to stay here, and it's like, and I would try to probably just pre-aim or even ADS at the corner, waiting for them, right? So what the white pick does is basically it's like, oh, I know that you are aiming at me. I know that if I pick, I will definitely be in a disadvantage. So we'll just get around that by just move instead of moving right here where you are going to shoot me, we move all the way here, and that way I will avoid a little. I will avoid some of the bullets and more likely surprise you, make sure and win the engagement. You don't want to white pick all the time, especially I will not recommend you to white pick against 10 people. If I were to fight all of you guys, I would just shoot one and immediately run here and then try to like shoot one and keep one, right? If you white pick like this against more than 2 or 3 people, you're just gonna get killed. This is mostly something you do against in a 1v1 situation, right? And there is another one that Landworld uses, which is kind of like the shuffle pick, which is basically instead of just running and staying there, I will just go back and forth. I will just try to just make it very fast. I would not even try to aim at you. And it's usually that is aim at people. That is usually aim with the goal of having a bolter miss the first shot, and the moment the bolter misses the first shot, you just go for him. That you're just white picking, you're just running fast. You don't even really care. You don't even care to shoot too much, right? You don't even care too much of. You don't even care too much for shooting at the enemy. All you care to do is just like making sure that the enemy is missing their shots. And the moment you hear the bolter or you hear like those missed shots, you really just go in and just because remember when you are shuffling on cover, and I'm doing a terrible job right now. When you're shuffling on cover, remember that you are still keeping your maximum speed, right? So you can always just go back and forth. Oh, somebody missed a shot. You go back in, you even crouch and just kill the person, right? That's the shuffle pick. Client siding is an interesting concept, and it's that if you are out in the open and I'm here on cover and I know you're there, I can actually come here and shoot. And by the time my model registers as having coming out of the cover, I will already have sent a bullet your way, and you will just be looking at my model getting out of cover, right? That little advantage, which is a client side, is in the milliseconds, but landing a first shot could be the difference with the first shot that could be a headshot, could be the difference between winning and losing engagement, which is why being aggressive sometimes those aggressive players you're gonna see like, oh, they just killed you straight up. Is that because they know they know where you are? Instead of trying to like win like a big battle, just come in and just burst you, right? It's just they are taking advantage of the client side. It's just a concept of how the server and the client interact with each other. The moment, so you actually do not see people in real time, right? What you're seeing is actually delayed by a little bit. So basically, if somebody's holding this door where I am, and I get in, for a small amount of milliseconds, and that depends on server latency and a lot of other factors, but for a couple of milliseconds, I will be still in cover, but I will be already outside on my end, right? While you still see me on cover, I will be outside. I will be able to shoot you before you shoot me, and that is why the attacker will have an advantage over somebody that is exposed and especially stationary, right? So do not be afraid, and this works extremely good with shotguns. Just because the shotguns pump action 1 kill. Sometimes it's actually like, oops. Sometimes that will be unfair for some people. All right. We already took the last thing I want to cover, because this is actually going a little bit long, is right angle. This is right angle. Let's say that I'm just gonna cover. I know that a lot of you are here. I know that I cannot run away. I know that I'm kind of screwed, but that's not a problem. I can crouch. I can just shoot at people, uh, getting my model as close to the wall. And while you shoot me, I will be able to shoot you. Because of me having right cover to my right side, I will be able to dodge some bullets. Because my model will be clipping into the wall a little bit, right? And that is what I mean by right angle, right? So so for example, somebody coming from that door, I'm just right angle. I sit and just shoot at people, right? Similar for right here. There is not such thing as left angle, although you can cover the left side. But right angle is a little bit more powerful. Just be mindful whenever you're holding something. If you can have something to your right side, just try to do that. And that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. There is a lot of other things to cover, but the last thing I'm gonna cover, and that's pretty much it. Let's go up to. For this one we need a triple stack. Did we lose Wellerman Watch? No, we did not. Okay, let's go back to the Wellerman Watch to end up the train. Do we have questions?
Yes.
What is the question?
Can you, in this main building, can you affirm the engineer turret and shield setup for me real quick? I don't remember them.
I'll do that after. I'll do that after. That's for yeah. I'll do that after. But yes, I know what you mean.
All right.
All right. So let's go to the triple stack, boys. And this is the last concept that there's going to be two concepts that I'm going to be teaching you. Can we just jump here? Yeah. There we go. All right, guys. Everybody stay on the second floor. Everybody stay on the second floor. Try to hold to the best that you can. And I'm gonna come and I'm gonna tell you guys how the concept of slicing the pie. All right. Everybody sit up. Everybody's good. All right. I'm gonna go up. Right. So the concept of slicing the pie is that you don't want to have an engagement where you are 1v4 or 1v5. You want to have 5 1v1s. When I'm coming here, I'm gonna first take a look at where's the enemy gonna be coming from? There's a mandatory here, right? It is arbiter. Or I'm gonna be trying to deal with the mandatory first. And then after I deal with the mandatory first, I'm gonna deal with the people on the baby gate. After I deal with 2 guys on the baby gate, I will go up. Everybody stay where you are. And then okay, I'm on this building. I already reached this building. Then what about the other building, right? What about the other building? Well, we're gonna be reaching this building. Instead of reaching like this, I'm just gonna kill everybody. That's not it. I'm gonna reach something like this. I will say, like, we're gonna be if I'm on the left side of the door, I'm gonna cover the right side of the room, right? For example, right now I see Greek peeking a little bit. Greek is peeking a little bit. Like, I may try to I will not probably be able to get to Greek, but I'm gonna say, who's there? It's Scissors. Guys, stop moving. Just hold your positions, right? Like, I see Scissors here. I see somebody in Abaddon. Okay, I'm gonna try to kill Abaddon before I kill Scissors or Akan. So I will kill Abaddon, and then we'll get Scissors, and then we'll get Akan. I will not just go here and try to kill 3, because guess what? There's 1 person here. There's 2 people here, and I'm gonna die, right? So you're gonna try to kill 1 person at a time. So first Abaddon. Let's say that I win the 1v1. Okay, now it's Scissors. I win the 1v1, right? Then I see, there's somebody behind Scissors. I'm gonna kill that. They're gonna see there is 1 person here infested. I'm gonna try to kill him. And it's like, oh, there's somebody behind infested. I'm gonna try to kill B and Days. So I'm gonna try to kill all three of them, and then it's like, okay, so the right flank is dead, is done. What about people on the left side? Oh, there is somebody here. His name, Bashar. So I'm gonna kill Bashar, and then I'm gonna say, oh, there's somebody here. Rhetoric, and then I'm gonna kill Rhetoric. At the end, I'm gonna have Photon Quark. So the goal is not for me to go here and try to kill everybody like this because it's not gonna work. The goal is for me to kill one by one. And let's say that I kill Abaddon and I see everybody trying to rush me. I'm more likely gonna come here. I'm gonna try to hold this and just start shooting at people, right? Like, oh, I got more people rushing me. I'm probably gonna go down. I'm gonna try to hold this angle. And as people coming, like, oh, I have more people rushing me. Keep coming, guys. Keep coming. Keep chasing. I have more people rushing. I'm gonna try to. I may just shuffle a little bit and just come out, and then I'm just gonna try to kill people like this, right? So the goal is to try to make whenever you're breaching a room, or you're getting chased, slicing the pie makes it so that instead of facing all 8 slice or all 8 people, you're gonna at once you face all of them in a 1v1 scenario. Because if you are a better shooter in a 1v1, you're not gonna be able to kill them. But if you are a better shooter, you might not be able to kill 2 people because they will have an advantage on you, like DPS advantage, position advantage, and whatnot, right? And that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for joining. The training goes for a little bit longer, but we already spent quite a bit of time here, so we're gonna cut it. We will have a recording of this posted, but we really have another recording. We will have like couple of recordings posted, so you guys can review things that we covered today. Oh yeah, remember, guys.